Now in 20c, when we factor the numerator, we have two negative terms. So let's factor out the negative. That's completely optional. You don't have to factor the negative. I'm just factoring it out because there's two terms with a negative sign. And then from 12 and 18, the greatest common factor is 6. So 6. And from the x variables, we have x cubed and x squared. So we could factor out an x squared. And from the y variables, y to the power of 2, y to the power of 3. So we can factor out a y to the power of 2. And what are we left with when we factor this out? Well, minus 6 goes into minus 12 2 times. X squared goes into x cubed x times. And y squared goes into y squared 1 time, so we have no y variable left over. And then minus 6 goes into minus 18 3 times. X squared, when you factor out an x squared from it, we're left with 1, so there's no x variable left over. And when we factor out y to the power of 2 from y to the power of 3, we're left with y. And that's over 6x squared y squared. As you can see, besides the negative sign, this and this, they cancel because they're both exactly the exact same thing. So we're left with minus 2x plus 3y.